Would you be interested, or could you consider being interested in running for the leadership of the Liberal Party of Quebec?
I'm listening. My problem is that aren't you fed up to see me on the public as a public figure? Secondly, I'm 60. I've got a lot of experience, but do we have a generation gap? So I'm going to walk 300 kilometers in May because I want to show now I speak better. You saw with the stroke.
You're doing much better.
But I got to take care of myself. I got to take care of my kids. I got to take a look at it. I'm writing a second book. So about, we've done a lot. But the answer is there. But it's about also acceptance of the people.
Welcome back. David Hertel in for Elias. That was an excerpt from my conversation with my next guest on January 3rd, when I first asked him about his possible interest in running for the Quebec Liberal Party leadership. Since then, quite the firestorm. Denis Coderre is in
crazy,
studio.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
You create a monster.
What did I do?
You want to talk about it? Jesus, Murphy. No,
So-
but it's amazing. Frankly, it's amazing.
So, Denis, you over the past few weeks, there's been a lot of interest in your potential candidacy. You first started, I'm going to make a few phone calls, meet with a few people, and after that, I'm going to start a listening tour across Quebec. Then you were called out by the Quebec Liberal Party president. Well, he has to become a member. You taking your membership card with the Quebec Liberal Party on Friday became the media event of the day. You're making the rounds. Paul Arcand, Tout le monde en parle last night. And now, of course, at CJD.
Now the real thing, David Hertel.
So now, Denis, first of all, let's go back to what you said to me on January 3rd. You were saying, okay, I'm 60, there's my health, and I want to find out if people are tired of me.
Yep, I think we have to be honest with people. And first of all, listen, I've been traveling, making phone calls, and you realize one thing. First of all, 30% of the population in Quebec are 65 and more. When you have recours collectif, you said
Class action.
Because of the elders during the pandemic, and you saw that we left over so many seniors that instead of using that experience and making a society better, but there's a generation gap. I mean, I'm very controversial. Everybody has an opinion on me. I'm not there to be lovable. I'm there to be myself, and I sleep well at night, so I won't have any ulcer, don't worry. And listen, I've been to Drummondville. I've been all over the place. Thinking if I'm liberal or not is like asking yourself if the Pope is Catholic.
Right.
So that's an issue. But I said, okay, you want another scrum? No problem. We'll have fun.
So it's
working well.
What was your reaction when you saw what seemingly is I'll call it a lukewarm response at best from the establishment of the Quebec Liberal Party? And I'm speaking of a specific incident when Mara Risky, the MNA for Saint Laurent, the most popular member of the current Liberal caucus by far, laughing basically when journalists suggested you announcing your listening tour across Quebec. What was your reaction when you saw that?
I was sad because it was about my record in Montreal, and like it or not, I mean we've took a lot of decision, and we contribute. We had a tremendous team, and we contribute to the rebirth of the city. Now it's crap, but that's another issue. But frankly, I think, listen, there's three words that I want to put forward. First of all, respect. Secondly, to be. And thirdly is like to take the heat. I mean, assumer. And you know what? The same very day we contact each other, and it was okay. Listen, I don't have any problem with laughing. But the reality is that it's not about me. It's about us, and it's about the party. I mean, nobody can afford to say that. Okay, what is the true definition of establishment of the Liberal Party of Quebec. And when I went to Drummondville, the reason why I'm doing that tour is that I want to see the reaction of the volunteers and on the militants and people. You know me. I mean, I used to have 3,000 members in my riding, and yourself in VO.
Yeah,
and,
in Montreal now.
In Montreal now, we had big, a spaghetti night with 1,500 people, and it's about people. And I just wanted, if the roof is leaking, you don't destroy the house. You take care of the foundation. So I went to the basic, and the basic is astonishing. And I met the organizers, the people who were left aside, and listen, I'm speaking to everybody.
Have you spoken with current or former MNAs?
Oh, a lot.
Former Liberal cabinet ministers,
yes.
organizers, riding association presidents?
I even spoke to Philippe Couillard. I spoke to many people, Martin Coiteux, Pierre Moreau. You know, the reality is that we had a tremendous, great relationship with the former government, and you were yourself part of it. And you know that when we've done that new pact on municipalities, it was, the appendix of the leadership of and the vision of Philippe Couillard. So I'm thankful. It's not because I'm just liberal; it's because I believe in it, and I think that to work the way we're doing with the proximity government, I think that's the future. The future lies in cities. We have a role to play internationally. We have the role to play with the seniors. We have the role, we are making a strike with the teachers. I have a lot of respect for the teachers, but what about the parents? Nobody's taking care of the children. The kids, you have a percentage who are leftovers. And are we going to, for example, ask for reimbursement of the school tax? I mean, we weren't there for a month. So, okay, show me the real thing. If you have 11 billions and you're starting to build again all those exponential deficit, I mean, I have a problem with that. And I have the best teacher of my life was Jean Chrétien. I mean, they despise him. But he said, Denis, you don't win an election in the Opera House, you go to the tavern. And maybe if you seek popularity, nobody will respect you. If you seek respect, you might be popular. So it's about people. It's about be yourself. Ask the right question. You saw me yesterday at Tout le monde en parle. And I mean, okay, you look at me, and now I have a face for radio. But you look at me, yes, I gained weight because of my stroke. And I couldn't do anything. And I had to take care of myself. I mean, mon petit-fils was
your grandson.
My grandson was not even able to walk. Now he started to walk. He
How
learned
is
to
your
walk.
health now, Denis?
How
are you feeling?
I feel great. Minuk from the Jewish hospital saw me last week, and he gave me a green light. He said, Denis, there won't be any collateral. And I know that I might sound bizarre when I talk, but I think, and you remember, I came here, it's my third time, and I'm starting to like it, but my voice is better. And, and when I've done that, those speeches for the sake of Israel, I found out that the time has come maybe to think that we can be useful again. Listen, my first election, I was at kindergarten. I was 5 years old.
I know, you've been running for a long time.
I've done 13 elections, and maybe people are fed up, but
are they? Do you get the sense that they're fed up? Are you getting that when you're talking to people?
I asked those three questions. Do you think that I'm premier? I have stuck for premier. Do you think that my capacities and my experience are okay? And thirdly, like I said, I must pass you. Are you fed up to see me?
And on the ground,
it finished by a hug. It finished by a hug. It's great.
Are you assembling a staff? Are you talking to organizers right now?
I speak to everybody. And listen, I'm gonna walk Compostelle.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because I came with a taxi driver, and he's from Portugal, and I spoke that I'm going there. So he started to teach me the bad words in Portugal. So I won't repeat
No,
it.
please don't. No swearing in any language.
I won't swear now. Don't worry. And but nevertheless, I think that aren't you fed up to have people who think that they know everything, but they live nothing. I mean, I think that we have tremendous strength, and it's all about what kind of society do you want. We can work on many, many things, and I think we need our elders. I think we need to have a new department of childhood.
Yep.
I want to give back the schools and all the real estate for the schools to the municipalities, and focus on the curriculum and the teachers.
Okay.
And we should feed the children like we've done in Montreal when I was there. And anyway, it's
All right, we'll get into all the policy questions after we check on
That was
your
a teaser.
traffic. Yeah, that's the teaser. You know radio, you know politics. Welcome back. David Hertel with you this morning, and in studio with me, former Mayor of Montreal, former federal cabinet minister, and potential leadership candidate for the Quebec
knows?
leadership.
You know, your English is improving a lot. I'm
Thank
impressed.
you. Thank
You're
you,
good.
sir. Thank you. Just discovering this? Okay. So now
that's
for the remaining time, I want to talk a bit about policy.
Yep.
Because I want to
Enough about me.
Well, it is about you. I want to
Okay.
get a sense of where you stand on certain very important issues.
Yep.
So I want to get to as many topics as possible, get a sense of where
Go
you
for it.
stand on the
Let it
major
go.
issue. Okay. Bill 96, foreign student tuitions, McGill, Concordia. Where do you
It's
stand?
nuts.
But what would you do?
Well, we'll see what happened because, when the bill is already there and it's sometimes complicated, remember GST. So, I think that we're all Quebecers to try to point out the Anglophone and the allophones, and you always have those, I'm not swearing,
No.
all those polls, I have problem with that.
So on Bill 96, are there things you
Listen,
would
as a
modify,
former
throw
minister,
out?
well, I think we should take a look at it. And, I'm kind of laughing. I'm for French all the way, but when our kids now learning by sound, I have a problem with that. So maybe we should start to, love our language instead of imposing others.
And the tuition hikes for foreign
I don't like that at
outside
all.
Quebec students?
No, I don't like that at all.
would scrap
because
that?
I would scrap that because as a former minister of immigration and as yours, like you understand that the foreign workers and the foreign students are values and of revenues, and we got to take a look at that. And most of them afterwards become, for most of them, ambassadors of our country. So we have to take a look at that. And like it or not, folks, I mean, you have something called equalization, and it's about numbers. If you don't have the population, you have two choices, babies or immigration.
Let's go more down that path on immigration.
Yep.
So, Paul St-Pierre Plamondon, Parti québécois, let's start with permanent immigration. He says it should go down from 50, 60,000, where it's at, to
It's not a matter-
35,000.
Nope.
Where would you be on permanent immigration in Quebec?
Listen, I understand that there's pressure, but when you have people try to mix up and say that the housing problem is because it's
They
nuts.
tie it. The Parti québécois is tying immigration to the housing crisis and to the perceived decline of French.
I'm against ethnic nationalism. And, when you look to what's going on in Gaspé, they have a housing problem. How many immigrants do we have there?
Not a lot.
Yeah, you heard the cricket. I mean, that's an issue.
So are you saying that Paul St-Pierre Plamondon...
You have a
Parti
lot of-
Québé- No, but Denis, this
Yep.
is very important. You talked about ethnic nationalism. Are you saying that the Parti québécois and Paul St-Pierre Plamondon, they're practicing ethnic nationalism
Or
with
Legault
immigration?
too. When you talk
Legault
about
too?
identity, we have to be very careful. Okay, you have to be. And there's some people who's talking about immigration and people who knows immigration, and instead of using immigrants as scapegoat, I mean this is the foundation of our society, and we have to be very careful. I'm not saying it's an open bar. What I'm saying is that, and they used to call me Dr. No, but the issue is that it's not a matter of a wall, it's a matter of a bridge or a matter of having a door and control it. That's it. If you have a policy of exit and entrance, it will be more efficient. And those people who spoke against the Roxham
Road, yeah, the
road, I
crossing,
mean,
yeah.
that was not because, hey, folks, I was the one who negotiated with the Americans for that safe third agreement. And if you don't do that, you will have all over, because we have about, 5,000 kilometers of borders, we will have a major problem there. So we have to be very careful. And like it or not, United States is an open city country because they signed the Convention of Geneva and as us. And we have to be very careful. And immigration is a matter of manpower. It's a matter of culture. It's a matter of openness. And, I'm able to say no to them. A real friend is telling them what they should hear, not what they want to hear. But immigration is a solution. It's not a problem.
Healthcare.
Yep.
Bill 15 is now law. Christian Dubé is going to create Santé Québec, an agency on top of the health ministry. There's a real crisis going on.
Yep.
We still haven't settled with the nurses. There's still a work conflict there. What would you do if you were Premier of Quebec?
I'm not an expert on healthcare, but I know one thing is that centralization can be bad. And we have to go...
can't be bad. So you're
it
forced.
Can be bad.
It can be bad.
It can be bad. So we need to decentralize. We need to be, and it's not about them. It's about us. So we have to find a way to be more. How can I say that? More active and make sure that everybody have a say on that. And maybe the front line is an issue. Maybe that if everybody, and it's normal, feel that they're hurt and they have to go to the emergency, do we have to go to the emergency all the time? So should we look at the CLSC instead? We were talking, and I spoke on that with Gaetan Barrette and some others, and with the Jewish community, we have some issue with University Hospital.
You were involved with the Jewish General Foundation.
Exactly.
For many years,
I was an ambassador,
Yeah.
so I raised money for them. And Carl Weiss is a good friend of mine, and maybe we are talking about, we have Caisse de Dépôt. Why can't we change the generation fund for a healthcare fund instead? Because one of the problems, the government won't be able to pay everything. We have to find a new way to fund that. And how come that in Europe it's easy, and we have issue here? As an immigration minister, I know one thing, and that's from your, jurisdiction. We need to look at the concordance of the diploma. Because
recognizing
I
the
like
skills,
to take taxi because and when I'm ill, because you have a lot of doctors who are not recognized. But time to that's it. Time to make sure that things work.
Your thoughts on immigration? Just went through a very difficult negotiation with public sector workers. How do you see education going right now?
Education, first of all, I would take all the schools at the real estate and give them to the municipalities. They have to be transparent about it, accountable. I think that the provincial government should do what we call policy of the youth, policy of Gamel, meaning that we should feed all our children at the secondary and the primary school for breakfast and lunch, and make sure that instead of having all the time consolidated fund, we should have some dedicated fund and follow the money to see that I don't have any problem to pay, but I want to know what I pay for. So, and I said something like the tax school. I mean. Are we going to be reimbursed because all the grandparents and the people who had to lose their job lost a month because we love our kids, but after a month we can be fed up too.
I'll end on the housing crisis. A lot of blame to go around. Some people talk about cities like Montreal and Quebec City, the red tape involved that is stopping housing starts. A lot of people are looking at the provincial government. A lot of people are looking at the federal government. What would you do with the housing crisis?
That's a B word. Or talking against Ottawa all the time. I mean, listen, they've been signing an agreement of $900 million.
Yep.
It's all about municipalities. I mean, you're in charge of a ruling. At least, if you don't want to help, don't make it work. I mean, there start to be a problem. And, it's all about the application of the ruling. Why the hell it takes 6 years to have a permit to construction. They're still using the numbers of my administration to say that they are doing things great. I mean, Île Voyageur, they announced 700, and they don't have the money for it.
So you're seeing the housing crisis are being primarily caused by the red
Municipalities.
tape in municipalities. So
Yes.
as Premier of Quebec, what would you do?
Well, if
You
we
would
need,
to
if we
force
need,
municipalities to get going.
if we need a new pact to make sure that we diversify the revenues, I don't have any problem with that. We should have revenues based on the mining industry, on the forestry, but it's all about sharing. It's all about making sure, because at the end of the day, David, you know as well as me that it's the same pocket who's paying all the time. So can we respect the taxpayer money? And, it's okay to make money. It's okay to surround yourself with the people who knows best. And the private sector can be helpful at the housing level. But for God's sake, make sure that the red tapes are over.
All right, that's all the time I have.
My pleasure.
Denis, thank you so much for coming in this morning, and all the best for the
didn't
future,
swear.
whatever it may be.
And I didn't swear.
You didn't swear. That's
Is that
very
amazing?
good. I think that's the first between.
I'll do it outside, don't worry.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Denis.
you, brother.
Appreciate
Thanks.
it. Denis Coderre, former mayor of Montreal and potential candidate for the leadership of the Quebec Liberal Party.